Alright, and this is my demonstration speech. Ever want to consider yourself a computer nerd? Or you want to make a change in the world? Well, doctors and politicians are not the only ones that do make changes in the world. You should become a computer programmer. Me personally, I am a computer programmer, so I'm going to, of course, put that on you, but I mean, of course, you don't have to. But there are other ways besides being a doctor or a politician or a nurse in making an impact in the world. A computer program A computer programmer will communicate with computers. They use basic languages such as HTML, which is for website making, or Java programming. Java programming is an object-oriented language, which means it uses objects and stores data within them objects. It was started in June of 1991 by James Gosling. In order to use Java programming and make programs using Java code, you have to have an application that will do so. And a good application to use is NetBeans. I've been using NetBeans for years now since I started my college education, and I prefer to use it. Java programming is also compatible with websites such as Facebook or Twitter or different login sites that you use to log into your social media. Okay, now to begin, you're going to open up NetBeans and click on New Project in the top left. First, you will click on File. As you can see up top, you'll click File and then click New Project. Here is a screen that shows you of what to do for that process. Next, you're going to click on Java Application. Java Application means that you're going to be making a Java application. Do not click on Java Class Library or Java Project existing from an Alice project. Those are separate programs that you will not need for this step. But before you click on Java Application, make sure you're clicking on Java. Then click Next. Now you're going to make a project name just like any other program such as Microsoft Word or any other program you use. You're going to start with a project name. But however, make sure that project name is a capital letter because then the project won't work. Also, where I have circled the main class is where you're going to put all the code, so make sure that lines up with your project name. So it has to be word for word the same as your project name. A class is a way to locate the methods. So a class is basically like a large storage bin for finding methods. And methods, they are a place to put your objects and statements. And then objects are the code you're using to build the program. So a method is basically a storage bin for objects, and a class is basically a storage bin for methods and objects. But however, make sure to always include an open bracket and a closed bracket for each set of code. And also each line you're writing in the code, you have to have a semicolon at the end of it for the program to read it. Okay, now we have our first screen. At the very top of your program, you can put a slash and then a star, and just as shown, and you can write comments within there. Within them comments, you're going to include like certain accommodations, like what your program's about, your basic name, and the name of the program. Public just means that it is open to the public and that anyone can edit your code and change it around. Again, the class is the type of class the method sits in, and communications is your type of method. So that's the name of your method and where you're going to put all of your code. Again, always start with an open bracket and end with a closed bracket. Here's a picture of the comment section. That's just an example I did for my program that I made. Okay, public, again, it means it's open to the public. Anybody can access it and change the code. Static void is just a way for the computer to show you results of your program. Main means that it is the main class, that's the name of the class that you are working in. And system.out.println, and then the two parentheses, that just means that's where you're going to put your statement that you're going to write or your program. That's just a way for the computer to show the results of your program. Again, here's my example. I have the system.out.println, and then I have in parentheses, you have to make sure you put parentheses before you put your statement, and then type whatever you want in those parentheses, and that will be the output result. Now, if you want to see the output result, you will click in the top bar, and there is a little arrow type thing. You're going to click that. That will execute your program or run it. They call it run. It's basically where it shows the output results of your program, and it will then show the running and like the final output results of your statement. That there is your final program. Now again, here is just another example I put. You can keep adding multiple lines of the statements that you want to put. You just keep typing in system.out.println and it will print out your results. And again, click that little execute button in the top and it will print your results. However, there are errors in coding, and if you have an error come about, then you're going to want to fix that error. The application will always tell you when there is an error. Don't forget to save periodically, and to do so you click File and then Save. Now that you know what Java is and how to make a program, you can see that it is used in your everyday life, such as calculators, businesses, hospitals, websites, databases, you name it. It's just about anywhere in this world. Now, I do know that your new program was pretty basic and that I didn't go into full detail of explaining how to do everything, but I mean, you could turn that program into something bigger, and I hope that you learned something from today.